Alright, so this is Gemini AI. It has plenty of features, and I would say it has more features and tools compared to Cloud AI or ChatGPT. But still, there are some secret or hidden features that not many people are aware of. So in this video, I'm going to show you actually six other hidden features in this AI platform. So the feature number one that I highly recommend to start using is the podcast generation. So this feature used to be only available in a NotebookLM, but now you can start using or generating a high quality podcast using Gemini. Basically, just upload your documents. For example, here I have a PDF document, and you can send this query, generate an audio overview, and then after about 2 minutes, Gemini will generate this high quality podcast. Now, let me give you a few seconds of this example.
Deep dive. When you look at a massive skyscraper, you just assume there's a foundation underneath it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Steel, concrete, something solid.
Yeah, I would say that's quite useful if you want to consume some content without looking at the screen. This is a great way to know the summary of the document. So just send this query. And by the way, this is not only available for a PDF document, but also pretty much any document format. But perhaps there is one slight workaround that you need to do. So you can upload the document normally, and then just make sure to enable the canvas mode and tell AI to open the document in the canvas mode, and then do not change anything. And after that, it will open this canvas area. You can click create and then click audio overview. So that's another way to generate the audio podcast in case you have a different type of documents. But yeah, that's basically the first feature. Now, the second feature that I highly recommend to start using is the built-in API in the Gemini Canvas. So the Gemini Canvas lets you build an app, a website, or perhaps create a document. But within that feature, Google actually added a built-in canvas that lets the app or the website to access some models like the image generation, the text generation, or even the audio generation. This is one example where I'm using the Gemini 2.5 Plus Preview TTS. So that is the text-to-speech model.
Hello, I am Gemini. This is a text.
Yeah, that's just one example. So that was created by Gemini, and of course you can access this model in Google Vertex AI or Google AI Studio, but you can also use some models directly in the Canvas feature, and you don't have to bring your own API key because again, this is the built-in API in the Canvas feature. But just remember that there is a limited number of models available on this feature, and even that might be changing over time. For example, here, according to the answer from Gemini, when I asked this question, can you tell me what AI models that are available in the Canvas feature? Well, apparently we got the Gemini 2.5 Plus Preview. Now, that is a good model, but at the same time, it is not the latest anymore. We have Gemini 3.1 at the moment, so it is a little bit outdated, but still, it is a capable model. And there's also image generation and image-to-image editing. There is also text-to-speech, which is the one that I'm using for this Canvas example. But I would say this answer is not quite accurate because as far as I know, the Gemini 2.5 Plus Image Preview or Gemini Banana is no longer available, and it was replaced by the Imagen model, which is a great model, but it's not as good when it comes to editing compared to this Banana model. So yeah, it is a cool feature, but just be aware that it is not going to be the most up-to-date model. And I guess you have to play around and discuss with AI about the models that could be used in this Canvas feature. But anyway, that was the second feature. So the third feature is if you love using NotebookLM, if you want to use NotebookLM directly via Gemini, it is also possible. So right here, you can click this and then click NotebookLM, and you can select the notebook that you want to chat with. Let's say here, I'll select this this notebook that talks about the tips and tricks for wildlife photography, and then I can add something like summarize this notebook. Okay, this notebook, not NotebookLM, but yeah, same thing. So yeah, you can chat with the notebook that you created on a NotebookLM, so you don't have to upload those documents or notes, videos, text, or anything into Gemini. You just need to upload those to NotebookLM, and then via Gemini you can call that item again, and then you can have you can chat with the AI model but the content will be based on that notebook. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyway, let's move on. And this one is very important in this day and age because we have seen many content, many pictures and videos that were generated by AI, and it sounds and looks very convincing. Fortunately, in the Gemini platform, we can use a feature that lets AI to analyze and then see the watermark within the content to see if the content is real or was AI generated. So to do that, just make sure that you have enabled the SynthID feature on your Gemini account. To do that, you can click settings and then go to connected apps and just make sure that SynthID is enabled. And after that, you can start a new message and you can upload a picture. Let's say I have this photo, and then just ask AI if this picture is real or not. Okay, is this real or AI generated? Or something along those lines, and it will just trigger the SynthID tool, and it will basically give you the answer immediately. And sometimes, even if, let's say, the image was created by a different AI model, it is still able to somewhat identify. You can see some visual clue in the image and will tell you a few things that you can look to tell if the picture was real or AI generated. Now in this case, the picture was actually created by Gemini, so it should have no problem identifying this picture and label it as AI generated. Now it might take a while, so just be a bit more patient, but usually the answer here, at least from my testing, is very much accurate. Every picture that I generate using Gemini and when I'm using SynthID, it can give me 100% accuracy. It can, just give an accurate answer. So this is a highly recommended feature to use on Gemini. So all or part of this image was generated or edited by Google AI. So that is very much accurate. Now let's continue. And this is not a big feature, but I would imagine that some of you could be using this feature. So on Gemini, it is quite possible to turn your topic, documents, or videos or even images into a presentation. Just upload the content and then please turn this into a presentation. And then send, so I forgot, just enable the Canvas feature and then send the message. And just wait for Gemini to generate a presentation document based on the content or topic that you just provided. Now I'm not going to waste your time, so this is the result. It looks pretty great. It looks, it's not the most complicated, it's not the most pretty in my opinion, but it is good enough for a simple presentation. Now I know that Google has plenty of tools for slide generation, like it has Google Slides, it has a NotebookLM slide deck and many others, but still it is nice to know that we have this option available on Gemini if you want to create a presentation document as quickly as possible. And also it's still able to research the content because the Gemini model do have access to the content on the web. So yeah, that's one feature that you can utilize on this platform. And finally, I have another feature that is quite interesting, and maybe there is a limited use case, but still you can use this for collaboration or maybe for file sharing. And essentially in the Gemini Canvas feature, you can utilize a storage capability called Firestore. Basically, every time you want to create an app or website using Gemini Canvas, you can specify to use Firestore as the storage tool. So basically, you can upload the file and then you can share the this Canvas, this website, to anyone, and they can access the same file that you just uploaded. And that's why earlier I mentioned that you can use this feature for file sharing, or perhaps you can also use it to send a document, send images quickly to other people. And of course, there are many other tools that you can use out there. You can use Google Drive or use WhatsApp to send some documents. But again, it is another feature that you can utilize. Now, let me give you one quick demo. I'm going to just upload this PDF document. And okay, so just wait until it finishes. And I'm going to open this page again, but on a different browser session. So let me just open the browser. Okay. And you'll see that this PDF document should be available for the other person. So yeah, basically it is it can be used for file sharing or maybe even sending the file over the internet. Now just wait, it should appear any second now. And there you go. So the other person can see that document and even download or control the document depending on the setting that you use on the Gemini Canvas website or app. So yeah, that is a nice feature to be utilized, and there are many other applications that can be quite useful if they have this Firestore feature. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But anyway, those are some hidden features on Gemini that I thought that a lot of you could find them to be quite useful in some cases. So I hope you learned something from this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.